God bless the USA.
In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth.
I love how that guy says earth. Earth. Welcome back to American Sunrise, everybody, on this Labor Day. Time now for our moment of faith. It's brought to us by Lee Greenwood and the God Bless the USA Bible. All right, in focus today, Labor Day and its biblical roots. Well, joining us now with insight, of course, one of our favorite guests, Jim Moseley, the author of The Duke of D.C., and also the author of Discovering Jesus' Disciples. I mean, he just book after book, because he's just authored a new book with our very own Dr. G, and it's called The Days of Creation by Heart, Teaching Children How God Made the World. Jim may be an author, but around here, we simply call him the Bible history guy. Jim, great to have you. So it's Labor Day, and tell us, where did this holiday come from? What's the deeper meaning behind it? Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. Well, Labor Day goes back to the 19th century. And that was when America was in the throes of the Industrial Revolution. And on the one hand, we had factories and railroads building a new nation. But on the other hand, working people were suffering sometimes from long hours, low pay, and unsafe conditions. And so there were strikes and unrest. So in 1894, Congress established Labor Day as a federal holiday to honor the contributions of workers and to calm social tensions. But to truly understand the meaning of labor, we need to go back to Genesis. Adam had a job before the fall. He was placed in the garden to tend it and keep it. Work itself wasn't the curse. Work's a blessing. The curse after the fall was that work became hard. By the sweat of your brow you shall eat bread, and the ground will bring forth thorns and thistles. But labor itself, that was always a part of God's good design. And the scriptures affirm that the dignity of labor is there again and again. Paul told Timothy, the laborer is worth his wages. Echoing the law of Moses, don't muzzle the ox while it's treading out the grain. So in other words, the one who works deserves to benefit from his work. Proverbs reminds us also that diligence brings a blessing, a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come on you like a thief. The ant, Solomon says, stores up in the summer and prepares for winter. So work's not just toil, it's foresight, faithfulness, stewardship. And Paul takes it a step further in Colossians 3. He says, whatever you do, work heartily as for the Lord and not for men. And that means every kind of work, whether you're teaching a class, fixing a car, running a business, or caring for kids, it has dignity because it's done in the sight of God. So on Labor Day, while we rest from our labor, we remember that work itself is God's gift. It connects us to the Creator who worked 6 days to make the world and rested on the seventh. But as Jesus said, my Father is always working. So on the Sabbath, God didn't cease working. He just ceased from the work of creation, but he continues always the ongoing work of sustaining and governing the universe. So work is God's normal state, and work is good. As Paul assures us, all things work together for good to those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. Labor Day isn't just a long weekend. It's a chance to celebrate the divine truth that honest work is holy, and through it, we serve both God and mankind.
Very nicely put, Jim. And it kind of makes me think, I mean, not to make it political here, but Democrat policies don't really value that as much as Republicans talk about, the value of work. And what we see when you have the value of work, you see positive fruit come from it. When you get free handouts and you don't worry about that, you see the negative consequences. It seems like it all ties back to the Bible.
Yeah, we deprive people whom we relieve of work from the blessing of work. That's why Paul said, let those who will not work not eat, not because he was being mean, but because he was wanting them to have that self-gratification of being productive.
Jim Moseley, great to have you. By the way, Days of Creation, you and Dr. G, what a great book, so important for the next generation, so they don't have to read the, can I say this in the Faith segment, the crap. Did I say the word crap in the Faith segment? The crap that's put out by liberals, but there it is, The Days of Creation. Jim Moseley, congratulations on this book, Dr. G.
Thank you so much.
A little later to talk about it. Thanks again. All right. Back with the second hour of the special Labor Day edition of American Sunrise in 2 minutes. That'd be 2 minutos, I believe. I'm bilingual, I think. Back in a moment, everybody.